Using computers in education. How technology in education is shifting and what am I going to do about it? By Stevie Barr. Did you know that in 1905, only 10% of American citizens had a high school diploma and only 2% of citizens graduated a college or university? In the past century, the numbers have grown to 86% of Americans obtaining a high school diploma, while 28% obtain a college or university degree. Clearly, education has shifted drastically in the last century and is constantly moving forward. As technology advances, it can be difficult to keep up to and adapt to. From a teacher's standpoint, this can be a very exciting yet scary concept. Teachers have an important role in helping kids to adapt to the vigorous world of technology, which they often do very well. Technology can help both students and teachers to learn and advance themselves in the world, which is one reason to increase technology in classrooms in order to increase students' interest in learning. The question is, how am I, as a teacher, going to adapt to the increase of technology and use it within my classroom? As a social studies education major, I can think of many ways in which I can enhance the learning of students through technology. I believe that the first way to advance education through technology is to enhance the atmosphere of the classroom. The physical and psychological environment of the classroom is a necessity to learning. Distractions can often lead to negative effects, such as the regression of learning. Students will learn better in settings in which they prefer, and the more the teacher accommodates to various preferences, the higher amount of students will be successful. The sound in the room needs to be exact, so that every student has the ability to hear the teacher speak. This is especially important in lecture halls. The lighting should be pleasant and should complement the activity that is occurring. For example, if an overhead was being used, the lights should be dimmed. The temperature should be comfortable in order for students to concentrate on learning while being comfortable in their environment. The classroom design should be one that allows students to work together and collaborate while enhancing the learning experience. Students should be able to share their ideas and help their peers while being able to focus on the teacher at the same time. Rather than single desks, I would prefer tables in my classroom in order to make sure that every student is actively participating and that their ideas are being heard. Students should also be able to have their own personal space in which they can work privately as well. Teachers can also accommodate to the needs of students by adding alternatives to assignments and to allow students to engage in particular assignments that are of their interest. These are all ways that technology and the technological advancement of an environment can enhance learning. I believe that the second way to advance education is to make current tools more technologically advanced and useful in classrooms. Some current tools that I would like to use in my classroom, but use them in a more technologically advanced way, would be blogs, wikis, videos, pen pals, grading systems, and Google Earth. For blogs, I would like students to communicate on these blogs about issues in class, as well as about their assignments. This is a way for students to work outside of the class using technology. The students would never even have to meet for a group meeting if they had a blog or another form of communication to use. I would also post notes, study guides, and resources on these blogs. Using wikis would be similar to the blogs. The students could use a wiki to create a website for class or to share their research with classmates. Videos would be put into use in a much more technological way. There would be no more use of old videos that we as students have seen in classes. There would be interesting, interactive videos that are of importance to the students. In social studies, these videos can be wonderful because the students can view actual events, other cultures, and see parts of the world that would have never been made possible for them without the use of these videos. Pen pals could be a great way for my students to interact with students from another country. I would contact a teacher from a country that the class was learning about in a specific unit. The pen pals could be arranged and the whole system could be set up efficiently through a chat system or through email. It would be the technological way of sending mail. Translators on the computer could help the students to understand one another's language as well, which also integrates technology into the classroom. A grading system that I would use would be edline.com. It is a grading system in which I could post grades and communicate with students through the grading process. They could revise as well as peer edit in order to make sure that their work was the best that they ever produced. Google Earth would be an exceptional way to create a technological classroom. Google Earth can be used in social studies to show where, in retrospect, places are in the world. It is also a great way to view the landscape of the world and look at the place that we live as a geographical location. I believe that the third way to advance education is to learn about and experiment with future tools of technology to see how they work in classrooms and view the effectiveness of them on children. A new technology that I have been researching is InterWritePad. It is a Bluetooth technology that allows a teacher to write down on a technological notepad and what she writes will appear on the screen. It completely disposes the idea of chalkboards and messy overhead. It also allows the students to use the InterWritePad and be involved. The unit will work up to 300 feet away. I would also like every student to be able to have his or her own laptop to use in class. This would eliminate the use of paper and easily allow the access of technology. I would want them to be able to use devices that they already own in order to learn. Children these days are very technologically advanced creatures. Therefore, they need to be taught in a way that helps them excel to their full potential. The creation of technology has been made for a reason and needs to be improved on constantly. The students that are using technology today will be the adult professionals who are inventing the new technologies of tomorrow.